Hey guys, how are you?
Whoa, what happened to Steven?
We just woke up. Wow. So literally as the camera goes on, we get excited. So
I know you're loud, but I never heard you boom that
I have
loud.
no idea. I'm just getting
God.
started. So Wednesday is our late day, guys. So we get re-energized throughout the day here. We just came from Master Networks. My name's Stephen Orphis. This is Melissa Chofie, Dr. Melissa Chofie, because I could not do school for 6 years, that's for sure.
7 actually.
7.
For me it was 8, but that's not because I was done.
Even better. Welcome to the SMS show. This is episode number 5. Super excited about that. Mm-hmm. Today's topic is vulnerability, which is a great topic that I think we both can chime in on and have past and current experiences that we could attack.
Yes.
So really looking forward to dive into that. Before we do, we'll also got little tips from Stress in the Workplace. We'll go into shortly. 10 good tips and Super Bowl.
Oh man.
So were you happy with the Chiefs winning and Patrick Mahomes' comeback?
Honestly, I didn't care. Did you?
I actually did not. I hate to say it, but I'm a big Patrick Mahomes guy, but I'm just happy that he won it. I wanted Andy Reid to win. That was really important to me because he's a good coach.
Okay.
In the NFC when he used to be with the Eagles, even though I hated him because I was a Giants fan.
I'm not an Eagles fan.
But that takes a lot of character and guts to come back from that win. Mm-hmm. So did you win any money?
No, I lost $10.
You lost $10. I didn't bet because I have a baby coming, so I would have gotten in a lot of trouble if I lost money.
I feel like, so in the Super Bowl, when I don't care about the outcome, I need to bet to have some excitement, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I like riding.
It's nice when you have something to.
Yeah.
It was an exciting game though, I have to admit.
It was a really good game.
Definitely fast paced.
Did you have a favorite commercial?
No, I was a big fan of the halftime show.
Okay.
So I thought J-Lo and Shakira, definitely those hips didn't lie.
Oh my God.
But what's your feeling on that, Miss Fearless Forging Females?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
You did? Okay, I was curious to hear your opinion.
Fan.
I love Shakira. I just haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the negative commentary behind it, but if you guys want to hear my opinion on that, I posted about it on social media. I'm not going to get into it here.
She never has any opinions, ever.
Never.
No.
I'm not opinionated.
Never.
But I love them, and I can't believe, I post up also, I was like, does J-Lo bathe in baby's blood? Because how is she 50?
Crazy.
I mean, I get it, she has a team behind her, but still, the woman, oh my God, incredible.
Incredible. I thought they put on a great show, though, just performance-wise.
They're awesome.
Especially, that place was rocking.
Yeah.
So great Super Bowl. Hope everybody had a good time, won some money, ate some good food, and hung out.
Oh man, that was my favorite.
Had some homemade wings, which I really enjoyed.
We made wings in the air fryer.
Okay, did you?
Oh my
God. That's
God.
what we used too. Yeah.
So good.
And we put our own sauces on, and my father-in-law was awesome at that.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to kick back, relax, watch the game.
Have some beers. Did you have any good beer?
I had Sam Adams, which
Okay.
I'm a big fan of. So I know you're a big drinker. What'd you have?
What did we drink?
Especially after our first
show.
Everybody thinks we're alcoholics.
I know, that's all right. You guys are all alcoholics too. We had a local brewery, Industrial Arts.
Okay.
One of their breweries is in Fishkill.
Yep.
We had Wrench by them, which is one of my favorite beers.
You guys are big craft beer people. I like that.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah, I do like to try that. So we need to get out to a brewery, all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
With Mike included.
I would love that.
We're going to go into SMS sponsors before we get rolling. So here we go. We got 6 of them. Number 1, New Beginnings Window and Door. Begin each day with a beautiful view. Great windows, great doors.
I like the framing. Steven actually gave a very nice presentation at our Master Networks today on a window, and there was Usher background music.
That's going to be my new go-to moving forward on a weekly basis, because I didn't realize how many people enjoy opening up a window with nice music in the background.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
How it
and they don't even realize it.
They don't even realize it until you see it. So that's why I'm going to get you to love a window and a door. So we'll work on that.
At one point, he looked at the back and he goes, "It's so beautiful," and I almost said, "Begin each day with a beautiful view."
Oh, all right. So
but
the tagline is working. All right, that would have been awesome though. I need to inquire that more with the sales pitch there. Orphis Baseball and Softball, where the best athletes come to train. That's baseball and softball. New Quest Physical Therapy, where we excel at forging fearless females. That's this psychopath right here. So if you have to deal with her, God bless you. She's the best. Wappingers Falls Rotary Club. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe in our communities and ourselves. Iron City Physical Therapy. What's his name?
Don.
You guys got to meet Don.
Shaver.
I'm looking forward to meeting him Saturday. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, Don, you better be there. You said you would.
Don, we're supporting you. We're giving your brand out. You better support us. We help achieve adults and athletes maximize their performance and return to the workouts and activities that they love without painkillers, injections, or surgery. Super important. I love that. Last but not least, Minuteman Press, Wappingers Falls. We design, print, and promote you. So definitely give them a chance right in Wappingers. Amanda Hines, Joy McGroarty is the graphic designer. Good people. Those are our 6 sponsors. And guys, as we move forward, the next few months, we talked about it. We're going to take more sponsors on, and we'll discuss different packages that we're going to offer to expose your business out in the public, right?
Yep.
In the community eye.
Yep.
So this show's totally free of charge. So we're looking to help out local business owners, which I think is going to be important.
Yep.
So we'll go to episode number 5 here. So just recapping, actually we're going to our events.
Yeah, we have some events coming up.
Super exciting stuff, guys. This Saturday, February 8th, 5 p.m., Jason Patrick's on Route 44. You guys have got to try it. Melissa and I are hosting a Introduction to Sales and Movement podcast. So we just want to celebrate the rollout of this podcast. Myself and Melissa are putting a ton of time into this. I'm really enjoying myself. I hope she is. And our significant others are happy because we're not home. So they get to sit back and kick on the couch. But it's just, we just want to celebrate all the success so far. We're enjoying ourselves. We like promoting other people and giving back any way we can. So we're going to have some of our sponsors there on Saturday. Some of our audience, anybody that follows our show, come out on Saturday, 5 o'clock. The food is delicious. The drink, they have a great drink list.
We already scoped out the craft beer selection.
Yeah,
so
I know you and Mike are super happy about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
My wife could care less because she's pregnant, but I know you guys are craft beer people. And guys, the environment is fantastic. We had our baby shower there. It's old, contemporary, modern, country theme, like really cool rooms. The bar is all upgraded. It's Jay and Madeline Kiggins, if you guys don't know them. Great family. I train the daughter in softball, Jules. But they're going to be out hosting us at the event. So they're going to give us a whole back room, depending on how many people we bring. So please respond to the Facebook event. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to raffle off a $25 gift card for one of our business people that come.
Yep.
We're going to do a business card raffle. So bring your business cards if you come on Saturday. It's just going to be a relaxed environment. We're not trying to promote me or her. We're just literally celebrating the podcast. So we want you to come out, have a good time, interact with each other, have a nice dinner, have a few drinks, and they have live music too.
Yes.
That's what I forgot.
That's going to be awesome.
I've been there many times. All their performers are top notch. Great experience, great environment. So come out on this Saturday night, February 5th. Going to be a good time. Any other events, Melissa?
Yeah, there's a couple of other events coming up. So one is local in Fishkill at the Comfort Suites right off 52. It's a beauty, health, and wellness expo. So I'm a vendor there. You could come by the table. We have some free merchandise to give out. And if you want to pick my brain about anything physical therapy or want to learn more about women's pelvic health, you're more than welcome to stop by.
I'll pass on that, but
you should know for
now
your
I need to know more.
wife. Tell Brianna to come. Brianna, you can come down, please. But yeah, so that's a really big event. It's free entry for those who want to come by and check it out.
No cost.
It's all local businesses. There's a raffle involved. And it's held by the Hudson Valley for Local Initiative. So Ramon Pinheiro actually heads this group, and he's really passionate about spreading the word on local businesses and getting everybody involved in the community. So it's really, really an awesome event, and I'm very excited about it. Yeah, he's awesome. And then the next thing, Thursday, February 27th, I will be giving a free talk in Scarsdale at Scarsdale Dental and Spa on urinary incontinence. So women, if you're being told that it's normal to pee yourself when you cough, sneeze, laugh, exercise, it's not normal, it's common, and there are ways to prevent it without surgery. So free talk that Thursday night starts at 6:30, and then we're gonna have a little meet and greet with myself If you don't want to kill me by the end of that talk and you want to discuss more, I'll be available.
Okay.
Also, this is my first public speaking event.
Wow, congratulations.
I'm terrified. I'm going to be honest. I am not a public speaker. I can do very well in small groups, but a big group, and I want to just pass out. So that was one of my fears that I wanted to conquer. So this year is the year to conquer
Good for
that.
you, 2020. Do it.
So if you guys do come, just be mindful of that and don't throw stones at me.
Don't hit her too hard. But she'll be good. She's able to do this, so that's a big plus. 2 more events on my front. February 14th, Valentine's Day, at New Beginnings Window and Door. We're hosting our New Beginnings Strategic Partnership Program. If you're a business owner and want to come out to a business mastermind group and you're looking to network with a bunch of business professionals, come out free of charge. We have food here for you.
Oh wait, I'm presenting them too.
You are.
Look at me.
We made a presentation there. So Melissa will be presenting there as well. It's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. February 14th in our conference and showroom. Come on out. Let me know if you're interested. I'll RSVP you, set you up. Also on the 28th, we're doing an architect brunch and learn. So if you know an architect in the business, let me know. Give them my contact information. It's free of charge. They get 3 AIA credits.
Nice.
So it's a nice CE class for architects. If you know somebody, please send them my way. They want to be here. We have 3 manufacturers presenting. So keep that in mind, please, for February 28th. It's a Friday, 3-hour course. Are we good on events?
That's it.
That's it.
We got a jam-packed February.
We got a February is insane. Mm-hmm. So it's a good thing though, keeping us busy with activities. Mm-hmm. So recapping last week, right, is what we wanted to do.
Yeah. So last week we talked about stress and burnout in the workplace, and there's a list that Stephen came up with about the top 10 ways to combat that, so that you guys kind of have like a attack plan in case this is happening in your life.
Yep, and we'll post this after tonight's show, so everybody has it. But just 10 key ways to handle workplace stress. Number 1, well, first off, what is workplace stress? Harmful physical and emotional responses that can happen when there's conflict between job demands on the employee and the amount of control an employee has over meeting these demands. So I think, as we all see today, bigger, more distractions, more pressure in the workplace, and everything going on in the news all the time. There's a lot of pressure on people today. So dealing with workplace stress so you don't bring it home with you is super important, I think.
Oh yeah, totally.
So moving into the 10 points, number 1, take a break every 90 minutes. I think everybody's attention to detail, it has faded. So anytime you're working on something, when you hit the hour and a half mark, usually your brain starts going into a fog almost. So I don't know about you, Melissa, but I'll stand up out of my desk, go walk outside, just get some fresh air, walk around the showroom, or do whatever I got to do, take a phone call, or just walk around, get some exercise. What do you do?
What do I do? Same thing. Like, I have to get up and leave the scene of the crime. Like, I can't sit. Even 90 minutes for me is too long. Like, for me, 60 minutes of sitting down and, like, typing or doing notes or whatever, that's my limit. And then I just go stew-na, and then I'm just like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, and use your calendar, guys. Like, block things off on a 90-minute basis. I do an hour, but block it off. Once you're done, don't pack 18 other meetings right behind the other one. So give yourself, even if it's 10 minutes to just regroup yourself and let your mind breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're not so bang, bang, bang,
right.
With appointments or things with your mind. Especially if you have to be creative. That's really hard to do back to back to back. Past 90 minutes. I don't care who you are, it's very difficult to get the most out of your mind.
So this is a good point to bring up biofeedback. So a lot of people, like, when I say biofeedback, I mean like actually paying attention to what's going on inside. So if you're getting that fogginess and that like, oh my God, what was I just gonna write?
Yep.
That's probably a good time to take a break and just like regroup. And for everybody, it's going to be a different time. So you just have to be mindful in that, and when you're working and what you're feeling like, to know where your set point is with that.
Yes, agreed. Moving on to number 2, leave your desk for lunch. Super important to me. So I work at that desk over there, Melissa. I literally have my lunch right here, over there. I'll go in the conference room. I'll go sit in my car. I'll go to the deli next door and sit at a table. Like, whatever I got to do, I'm not sitting there.
Yeah.
So, it's really important to get up. Just breathe. Like, everybody says, oh, I'm busy, I need to sit at my work desk and have lunch, take 15 minutes and go get away from your desk, breathe, get some air, and just sit somewhere else to regenerate your mind.
And enjoy your friggin' food. Like,
shut your computer, like turn your phone off, literally give yourself a break for 15 minutes to 30 minutes or an hour, whatever you take, 45 minutes, whatever it is, go for a walk, eat your lunch, get away from your desk.
Yes, agree.
So, what do you do? Anything specific? Same kind of thing?
Same kind of thing. Okay. I don't want to think about work when I'm eating.
Yeah. Number 3, check your emails less frequently. Super important, because I think we all get consumed first thing in the morning. First thing we do is pick up our phone. The thing before we go to sleep is look at our phone. And throughout the day, emails are constantly coming in. But no matter how quick you are and how efficient you are, it's very hard to get things done when you're constantly answering emails.
Yes.
So putting a priority on your email list and setting times throughout the day. Maybe one time in the morning, one time in the mid-afternoon, and then one time at night, right? So you don't need to be on email all day long. You know, and I've been guilty of that where you're an email machine, like a robot, and that's all you do. And then at the end of the day, you're like, wow, I did nothing today. All I did was answer emails. I didn't do any sales activities. I didn't do any marketing activities. I didn't do any operations activities. Whatever your job is, make sure that you have dedicated times throughout the day to check your email.
Yes.
Not everything is super urgent. So priority and urgency is something to learn, in my opinion.
Agree. And the email thing, like, that was the hardest boundary for me to set because it's there. Like, you're always on your computer. Your phone is always there. And I see that stupid notification. Yeah. My phone's always on silent. So
me too.
But the notifications, I see that and I'm like, I gotta clear it.
Creates anxiety.
Yeah. But now it's once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once before I close up shop. That's it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
checking it 3 times.
Cool. Yeah, and you know, we're all connected to our phones. So if you're not on your computer, you're at your phone, you're getting emails. So let them come in, but just check them at certain times.
Yes.
You know, really important. It does create anxiety. I've caught myself too. Like, you want to be quicker than anybody else, which is fine, but pick times throughout the day to respond.
Right.
You know, which is super important for business today. You know, and you know, if it's important, they'll put the important sign on the email.
Yes.
You know, so you could tag the importance on it, so you know if it's a time-sensitive issue or not. You know. So
and then in the same regard, if it's that time-sensitive and you don't answer in an hour or so, that person's gonna call. So.
Yes, agree. Yep. Number 4 is meditate. So I can't speak to this one that well.
I can't either.
Yeah.
I don't.
So my meditation is like podcasts, like on my ride into work, like I'm listening to self-development things. In between sales calls, I'm on positive self, motivating things. That's kind of reading before bed is like my meditation.
Okay.
Like right before I fall asleep. There was something else on there. Yeah, number 9 I'll talk about after. But
yeah, meditation's not.
I would like to get into yoga or something.
I like yoga.
I just never have gotten into it.
But sitting down and just being still, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It doesn't clear my head. It makes me anxious.
Yeah. My meditation is church on Sunday for an hour. That would be mine. But yeah, like self-development podcasts, positive mindset things.
I was gonna say, you know what's good that has been helping me? Because I've been having like crazy anxiety with the business and whatever, like any business owner does, it comes and flows. So affirmations, but like you put in, I use YouTube, so you put affirmations for whatever. I had like imposter syndrome for business owners.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that, and that really helped actually.
Okay.
Instead of meditating, you just listen to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it definitely makes sense. Whatever works, but having a game plan and having an opportunity to do that is super important, I think, in my opinion. Number 5.
Oh, nobody does this.
Which is the hardest one. Get enough sleep at night. So I think we all struggle with this. Sometimes I struggle because I'm wound up from the day. I might be overtired, or it's just like I'm tired when I'm walking up the stairs and then I get into bed and my mind is racing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have had that before.
I'm okay falling asleep. Staying asleep is my problem because I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh my God, this is such a great idea. And then that's all I think about. And I go through the intricacies on how to flesh it out. And it's always like something stupid like that. And then I'm up for 3 hours in the middle of the night.
Okay. See, I'm different. Once I go, I'm gone.
Yeah,
but it's getting to that point where I'm trying to fine tune my sleeping process to get me to that point. So we'll relax my mind. Because I'm high strung like you, like it's hard when you're thinking about things, trying to be creative
Yeah.
all day long. And at night, sometimes I get good ideas, and like I'm trying to record it, but I need a break. So it's like, it's
Do
fine.
you like watch TV or your phone before bed?
I honestly do. I hate to say it. I'm trying to.
That could be part of it too.
It is, and I'm trying. Like I've been trying to turn. I put my phone on silent, and I've turned my phone face down so I don't look at it and turn the notifications off. So I'm working on that. I think that my next move is taking my phone and putting it across the room.
Yeah.
So when the alarm goes off, I get up, shut the alarm off. I'm up.
Right.
And then I can go to the gym, I can do what I gotta do, jump in the shower, walk the dogs. But, so this way you're not, if it's not next to you, you don't have that anxiety to check,
Yeah, exactly.
notifications. So that's my next move.
Right.
I've been tailoring that as we speak, but it's tough.
Yeah,
It's definitely hard, because God forbid you have an emergency with family or friends or something, like,
Right.
I would hate to miss it, but it's a give and take.
I know.
But
yeah.
I do feel like when you are looking at your screen for like right before bed, it keeps you up. It definitely does. I dim my screen too.
Okay.
So like my eyes are super sensitive. I dim it, and then I use the bedtime reminder on my iPhone.
Yeah.
So on the wake sleep thing, I use that. So it'll at 9:00, 9:15, it gives me a ping. Hey, it's time for bed.
Okay.
So it's kind of funny, but it's
Steven, bedtime.
trying to register. No, you have to register yourself
I know.
depending on and be disciplined. That's the hardest thing. And when a show's on at 9:15 or 9:00, what do?
DVR it.
So DVR, yeah. So you gotta sleep is important though. I noticed that big time, especially as you get older. You need more of it.
Yeah.
And sleep deprivation is a serious thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
What do you do for getting enough sleep? 7 hours, 6 hours?
I function best 6 to 7.
Me too.
Anything less, it sucks. Anything more, it's really bad. But my staying asleep is the biggest problem. So I don't really know how to combat that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Trying not to drink caffeine after a certain time.
Yes, agreed. So number 6, take a short nap. I think that's super helpful.
Oh, I did that today.
So I'm big on the 20-minute nap. I like that because you do wake up re-energized. Anything longer than that, when you get into 45 minutes to an hour, you wake up groggy, you wake up cranky. In my opinion, but.
So I have a tip. Well, I don't know if it's a tip, but I used to do. So this is going to combine stepping away from your desk at lunch and taking a quick nap. When I got an hour break at work, I would go in my car, eat my lunch, and listen to a podcast, and then I would close my eyes and sleep for 10 minutes. And it was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt so energized.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20-minute naps. I think those are the best.
Yeah.
For sure. Changes your mindset. Number 7 is take short walks. So we talked about that before, but get up at lunch, do some walking, get outside, get some energy. I walk my dogs all the time just to leave my phone inside and go and walk the dogs. Just let your mind enjoy nature.
Yeah.
Like get some fresh air. Super important, especially if you work indoors.
Yes.
Monday through Friday. We're not getting enough sunlight constantly, so always trying to stay ahead of that, especially if it's a cloudy week. It affects your mindset. Really important. Number 8, do something creative. Big believer of this. That's why I think we started this podcast, in my opinion. What do you do for creativeness?
My social media posts, I guess. Like figuring out pictures to post and what to post.
Yep.
And
I have like a design thing on my phone with creating our app and our events and stuff like that. I use that.
Even just like writing up what we're going to talk about on this show is creative.
Yep.
And I have my Fearless Friday episodes every week, so I use my creativity with that. I guess that we're more creative than I thought we were.
Yeah, find something that you're passionate about, that besides your main job, that you can jump to, and when you're getting burnt out from your main job, switch gears and change your mindset. And I jump to the show with Melissa. We'll jump in our chat and say, hey, what do you think about next week for the show? Like whatever you got to do just to switch gears a little bit and come back to things. Because that helps too. I noticed when you take a break from your main job and jump to something else and go back, then you're refocused.
Yes.
So that's definitely important. Number 9, have a warm drink.
I have not done this.
I do at night. So
warm whiskey?
No, I do not. I wish I would. But hot tea, lemon ginger tea with honey. That's been working for me.
Okay.
It actually starts relaxing you, and the honey like makes your throat feel good and digestion and like just relaxes you, honestly.
I think I have some sleepy time tea at home actually.
Perfect. Yeah. What's the other brand called? Like
chamomile.
Chamomile. Yeah, that's the other good one. So chamomile, lemon ginger, all those types of different teas. Try them. Throw a little honey in. It definitely relaxes you when you get home. So I tried that because I'm a coffee guy in the morning, but at night I love hot tea with a little honey.
That's a good tip, actually.
So try that.
That sounds really good.
I forgot who I learned that from, but it works.
Okay.
And then it just relaxes your mindset and gets you ready for bed. So definitely give that a try. And no whiskey.
Always
She does that. She does that in the morning. So start a healthy snack bar. So throughout the day, you can mix in some healthy snacks. You know, I tried that before too.
Okay.
I have stuff under my desk.
Yeah, stuff in my car.
Stuff like that. So when you get hungry, you're not jumping to fast food all the time.
Yes.
You know, you have some healthy alternatives that are quick on the go. You know, especially if you're busy like us, you need something to grab all the time just to keep fueling energy. Especially on these long days that we're here till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So with many little breaks. So you always got to eat throughout the day, whatever you could find.
Totally.
So those are my 10.
I like it.
All right. I think that was pretty good. It was a good recap from last week.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump into vulnerability now, right?
Vulnerability.
All right. I'll give you a quick definition, and we'll go from there. So vulnerability, the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. So a keyword. Who's the lady that you watched and I watched?
Brene Brown.
Brene?
Oh my God.
How do you say her name?
Brene.
Brene Brown. So my wife knows her. You know her. I know her. She's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, she has her TED Talk on Netflix, but she has a bunch of stuff on YouTube too. It's awesome.
YouTube, yes.
Everything oh my God.
She's amazing. I was a little sketched out when it first came on, and then she was incredible.
She is such a good speaker.
Definitely watch her Netflix show. It's powerful on vulnerability.
I cried at the end and Mike made fun of me.
Really? She didn't get me in tears, but she...
Really? Did Bree cry?
She did not. She did.
It was right, Bree.
She did.
It was a very emotional ending.
She did, it was. But some really good points there.
Yeah.
But vulnerability, the key to better relationships, personally and professionally.
Yes.
Right?
So basically, with vulnerability, you don't give a crap what other people think about you. But I'm going to say this caveat, because a lot of people think that vulnerability is oversharing, and they'll tell way more that's either not applicable to anything, or they think they're sharing when all they're doing is really just like spitting out garbage from their conscience, and that's not the same thing as vulnerability. Vulnerability is just being really real and true to who you are and exposing that to the people around you and just being like, I'm here and this is who I am and I don't care.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that takes some maturity.
Yes, a lot of maturity.
A lot of maturity, from growing up and just finding out who you are. And I think it's a challenge in many ways because you're dealing with family, you're dealing with friends, you're dealing with coworkers, you're dealing with strangers, you're dealing with a career. Like there's a lot of many different things out there that tell you to be a certain way. The news, right today, politics, religion. There's so many things out there today that try to mold you into something. So find out who you really are. Stick to your values, your integrity, and just be happy. Is my biggest message to everybody. And this is a learning process kind of thing. Like we're never, I think we both would agree, we're still not perfection at it. We're always trying to learn more about ourselves and other people. But same time, I'm comfortable in my skin. I know you're comfortable in your skin, and you try to pick up where you're down and raise the bar.
Have you always been comfortable in your own skin?
I've always been a confident kid, I would have to agree.
Was it a real confidence or was it like...
It was a fake confidence, I would say. Okay. You know what I mean? And when you graduate college or in high school, it's that young, hey, I'm better than you type mentality. So it's like cockiness almost. Okay. But like now it's more like a mature self-confidence where I'm comfortable who I am. And you either like me or you don't. And I'm going to stick to my values. And if you fit inside my bowl, you fit inside my bowl. And if you don't, that's okay. That's life.
Right.
but I'm confident in walking around, telling you what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. I'll tell you when I make a mistake. Like accountability is a big one, I think.
Yeah.
And just looking in the mirror of who you are, and actually telling yourself, hey, I like this about yourself. Like,
which nobody does.
Nobody does
it's
anymore,
always,
you know?
this looks terrible and I hate this.
Yeah,
I
like
hate
when we
that.
focus on the wrong things because of everything that's out there that, what the media is telling you.
Right.
And I love country music. I love dogs. I love sports. Like, nobody's drawing me from those things. Family, friends, master networks. Like, these are all a big part of my life, have a baby on the way. Like, you're starting up your business. We all have certain things that we're gravitating to that's who we are.
Yeah.
Typically who we are. And,
so when did you finally be comfortable to come out and be like, this is who I am. I don't care if people like it or not.
Yeah.
Like, did anything define that or...
Yeah, I think it was definitely throughout my career, just going through different experiences, especially in the corporate world, where they just step on you and walk over if you make a little mistake, or somebody wants a promotion over you, or the timing's just not right, or you get shifted into another direction and maybe somebody turns their back on you, or a relationship goes south, or something happens dramatic in your life, and then... Right, I think we all go into that hiding phase where it's me. I feel bad for myself, victim type situation. And then after a while, you wake up and you're like, wow, this is a learning situation. Like, how can I apply this to my life and not point the finger?
Right.
And just use it as a learning experience, turn the negative into a positive. So that's what turned me, because I've been stepped over and stepped on, and I've messed up, and I just have a chip on my shoulder to strive and get better, and that's what I want to pass along to other people, because it's very easy, and when you're down, people are going to throw rocks at you.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna make you go farther down. So you got to remember, when you are starting to go down, get around people that care about you, that love you, that support you, and get risen back up, because otherwise. It's a negative party, and people love negativity.
Oh my God, yeah.
So for me, it was just always, I don't know, I just had a self-confidence about myself that I'm a quick learner. I love dealing with people. I'm a people person. I'm passionate about what I do, no matter what I do, and just keep moving forward. Because I use it from a sports perspective. But I used to get my butt kicked as a catcher, and you got no notoriety. I was the first one. My uniform was completely dirty every game, from blocking balls, taking balls off the mask, dealing with the pitcher who has a crappy personality, and you got to figure out a way to get to him. I've been in business situations where the sale just went south, and I didn't get the big deal and didn't get the commission, or the company took a big hit, or sales were down that month, and management was coming down on you and the team. So you deal with all these negative things. You just learn how to overcome it, and then you realize it's a journey. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be up and down.
And you're not going to overcome any of that negativity if you're trying to mold yourself into being something that you're not, I think. So you only learn, the way you learn and execute is way different than the way I learn and execute. And if I tried to be like you and vice versa, we're not going to get anywhere.
No way.
So a lot of people don't realize that they have to employ that before they're like, oh, well, that person did what I want to do, so I'm going to do it exactly like them. Because you're not exactly like that person.
And adapting to different personalities, I think, is super key. I related to that corporate world of, I used to walk around scared around the floor, with high-level executives, and I was scared to be myself and just be a people person. I was reserved. I didn't want to talk a lot. This is right after college. Walking around Fox Television with high-level executives and seeing other management high-level executives walking around that they were scared to lose their job every day.
That's insane.
It affects you and how you operate, and you don't want to say the wrong thing, right? Or some of these things here, you don't want to. Dressing extremely well makes you feel uncomfortable, or the idea of asking someone out openly scares you because of the rejection part of it, right? So we've all been in these situations. Smiling at strangers, maybe you feel awkward or creepy. like when you're greeting somebody for the first time. So this is all vulnerability that just be yourself, overcome it, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
And just own it. So in healthcare too, like we're taught in school, and we had to do clinical internships, we're taught not to show emotion. You're a professional, you're a healthcare worker, you can't show emotion. And in one of my jobs, I was treating somebody, and my assistant or my tech came up and told me one of my patients had passed away. And I have this woman's head in my hand working on her neck, and I'm like, holy crap, like what the hell just happened? And I started crying, and I got reprimanded for showing emotion on the floor because I'm not allowed to show emotion as a healthcare worker. And right then and there, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm a human being. I didn't make a scene out of it, but I have emotions. So that's when I knew, I was like, I have to get out of this situation. And I had, like, practitioners for a lot of people are robots. There's that stone face, they're typing on the computer, they don't even look at you, and then they leave the room. And I wanted to change that. So that was one of the motivating factors for me to get out and do my own thing, because I'm a human just like you're a human, just like all my clients are humans. We commiserate together, we celebrate together,
Absolutely.
We get angry at things together, and it's just that relationship building, and that's who I am. And that's where New Quest Physical Therapy comes from, because it's just humans helping humans.
Yeah, I love that. Even from a baseball perspective, from a window and door perspective, sales, I try to be compassionate and have empathy for my customers and my customer base. I need to work on it more at home, I would say, because sometimes you get burnt out from being too passionate and compassionate.
Yes.
For others, they eat up a lot of your space and time, especially like us. We do a lot of networking. We're dealing with a lot of different personalities. Sometimes you go home and you're like, wow, I just can't deal with anybody else today. Nothing negative, but you just need a break from people. It's normal.
Right.
So working on that at home a little bit, but just exactly like you said, like being able to be yourself, celebrate wins with your customers, being able to pick up employees that you work with, like the corporate realm. Every corporate job I've had, it was like, just channel your emotions. I'm a passionate guy. I can't channel my emotions all the time. I've gotten better in business, but when I win, I win. I want to put a smile on my face and celebrate it with the people that I'm working with, or coworkers, or whoever is in the picture. And that's always going to be me. And making friends, and even if I don't know you from nowhere, I'm going to try to get to know you. And even if you give me nothing back, I'll still try. And when you say no, it's no.
Right.
But that's just what you got to figure out from a vulnerability, perspective. And I think part of that, putting yourself out there. I don't know about you. I've been thrown to the wolves. I've been fired for unreasonable things. I've been in situations that shouldn't have been in, and somebody covering up for somebody else. So I've seen it all from A through Z. So nothing scares me anymore. I guess that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Like literally, whatever's meant to be is meant to be. And you try to make the right decisions in your life, and you try to do the right things. But ultimately, you don't. You can only control what you can control.
Exactly. And fear is a totally normal thing. Like we were saying before, we're all humans. I actually was just talking to my cousin Laura about this the other day. If you're scared of something, you have to be aware of whether that fear is something from a story that you told yourself, or if it's an actual legit fear.
Yeah.
And then just work through it. Where did it come from? How can you alleviate it? How can you prevent it? Why is it not the case? Why is it just a story you're telling yourself? And just keep showing up. Things get scary, but just keep showing up.
Absolutely. And that's when the best things happen. Being uncomfortable is when you really learn. And every sales tactic I've learned is from me going in and messing up. And literally, I store that right in my brain, and I use it. I entail it into what I'm doing, and then I teach it to my people. So my sales team learns from all the experiences that I went through, so they don't make the same mistake. We talk about it, and I think communication is key there, especially on a vulnerability aspect with your colleagues, your significant other, your family, your friends, whoever you're dealing with. Being open. Hey, I messed up. It was my fault. How do we fix this? What do we got to do to do the right thing? I thought I knew the answer, but I didn't. I was at at NCC Media, we did cable ad sales, and I had 200 files on my desk, and this was like day 14 of me taking care of 4 account executives. I was exhausted, and I was making mistakes left and right. I was getting burnt out. I was being overutilized without any help. And I called a team meeting and got the team together. And I'm like, guys, I can't do this anymore. Like, we got to come up with a solution. Like, I messed up a ton of times. Like, I'm raising my hand. Like, let's fix it, because I don't want to do business this way.
Right.
You know, and they got a game plan in the works for me. We figured it out. We moved on. But it's just knowing when you don't have all the answers. You know, and I respect people that go to the right person when they don't have the answers, you know, from a vulnerability aspect. You know, because you're going to not feel confident in situations. And sometimes you got to pretend, you know. And I love talking to people, but in big crowds, kind of like you, I still get a little nervous because I'm a perfectionist. Like, I want my presentation to go perfect every single time. But it's not a reality. Like, it's not always going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you may be having a crappy day, or something goes south right before that meeting, or something happens in your family, or, you know, whatever, emergency happens, or, you know, and you got to somehow refocus your mind back to what you're trying to do. You know, so I've learned that as well.
Yeah.
But any other experiences that you've been through? Vulnerability aspect?
Vulnerability is friggin' terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, when you first approach it, like one of my coaches, Chanel, she taught me how to be very vulnerable. And when I first started being open, I was like, okay, I want to relate to my clients so that they can see me as a person. Because sometimes when you're in that position of authority, people don't relate to you because they're like, oh, well, he does this and she does that and blah, blah, blah. But we're people too.
Yeah.
And the first post I put out on Instagram about, like, I have a past of being involved in 2 abusive relationships back to back. And I put that first post out to relate to people having gone through that as well.
Yeah.
And how we can overcome things together and how I overcame it and whatever. And I was like, holy crap, like, who's going to see this? What are they going to think? I'm going to be judged, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, it was just like, it got easier and easier and easier. And now I'm so open about that experience, and I want other people to learn from it and to know that, like, other people out there have gone through it.
Exactly.
And it just gets, it's like a weight is lifted. You're like, ah, everything's out in the open now.
Yep.
So that was my biggest challenge. So the homework this week, actually, I just thought of this, and I didn't clear this with you yet, but I'm saying it anyway.
She's taking over the show, guys.
I'm taking over.
Take care.
I want all of you guys to come up with some vulnerability post that you can put on social media. So anything vulnerable.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Anything you could think of. And like we said, not dirt, like airing dirty laundry. Something that you can be true to yourself and true to your audience and be like, this is me and I don't give a crap what you think.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. You know, because we all go through different phases in life too, right? So I think that's important, you know, whether it's the way you look and how you feel and typical human being things that we forget about because we get so busy.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to keep, whether it's your partner or friends or family, trying to keep everybody happy and yourself, you know, so that self-care thing is huge.
Yep.
Of being vulnerable to things that you're going through or been through. You know, I have no problem talking about things that I've been through. You know, I'm open to it now. I take it as an experience.
Yeah, and isn't it weird because, like, you tried to hide it, like it was this shame, and Brene Brown talks about shame a lot too. But like, you're so shameful of something that happened to you that was out of your control. But what are you being shameful of? You didn't do it. You got out of the situation.
Yep.
You learned from it. You're bettering yourself, and like, it's just like so relieving to just be like, yeah, I own that, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and we don't mean like play victim.
No.
But just like, you know, be open. Let people get to know you. And it's not always going to work out, right? We talk about that. So not every relationship, somebody has your best interests, you know, for.
Right.
So you're going to get some negative stuff back. But honestly, I've got more positive stuff back when I was feeling like crap. You know, and you talk to people that you know, like, and trust. And just be open. Hey, this is what went down. This is what happened. You know, am I doing the right thing? I use my boss all the time, Mike. You know, in Dominica, like, I'll go to them and let them know what's going on with my life and, hey, what should I do? You know, like, what would you guys recommend? Or am I doing the right thing? Is there something I could do different? You know, let me know. From you getting an outsider view on a situation that somebody else isn't involved in.
Yeah.
You know, so you always get better opinions and stuff like that. So, you know, that's super important to me too.
And then people think that, so we're always taught, especially men, that you're not supposed to be sad or cry, bottle those emotions up and just suck it up and get on with it as a sign of courage, but actually being true to those and acting on them and recognizing them is a huge sign of strength.
It is. And I was in Cooperstown last summer with my 12...
Did you go to Omegang?
I might have. I don't know. I was with 12-year-old kids.
Oh, then you
so
probably
15
did.
of them.
It's a brewery up there.
Okay. But I was in Cooperstown. I brought my travel team up there, and we were doing extremely well. We were like the number 2 seed up there out of like 70 teams.
Whoa.
So we were doing extremely well. We faced a team that if we won, we would get like the 1 seed going into the playoffs. And we totally just laid an egg. So it was a tight game to the 4th or 5th inning. And then my kids just lost their cool. So like we had a few errors on our side and the kids just lost it. Our pitcher was complaining, crying. I had kids in the outfield going nuts and losing their cool and emotion and bringing the team down in the dugout, stuff like that. And we went back. I'll never forget that. And we went back into the dorms and I broke down. Just from being myself because of what I expected of them and the way we responded to that adversity was not what I taught all year. And they're 12-year-old kids. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and it just was unfortunate. It was a key spot of the tournament, but we were still able to overcome it. But I showed my true colors. Like, my coaches could not believe I was in tears. Like, literally, that's how much I cared about the 15 kids on my roster. And I gave one of my most powerful speeches in that dorm room. And I had to spend 7 days in this dorm with these kids. Sleep, eat, breathe, take them to the bathroom, walk them to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, like, there was no escaping these kids. So we got to all know each other and, bond as a team, good and bad, right? So, but that was a turning point for us. And from that point on, my coaches, my players respected me. And we went out. We won our first playoff game.
Nice.
And then we finished 8th out of 75 teams.
Wow.
So we made a large push. But I was always like that with my coaching. Always showed, even from a business standpoint. If I didn't agree with something, I would stand up, talk about it, whether I was wrong or right, and we would have a conversation.
Yeah.
But being yourself, being passionate, I'm not scared to cry. I'm not scared to be myself, be happy, be sad. It's part of life, Like if anything happens to something important to you, it's okay to be upset. Like just because we're men, we have to be, multifaceted and not let anything bother us. Like This Is Us makes me cry on TV, like with the
I
family.
refuse to watch that show.
I'm a big Family guy, but it's it's part of the highs and lows of life, and accepting that.
Right.
I give people credit that are themselves, and be themselves.
Yep.
So, and I struggled with that early on, from a man perspective.
Yeah.
You try to be that big macho guy, and then you mature, and you're like, wow, I'm allowed to have feelings. I'm allowed to be myself. I could be strong in certain areas, sensitive in some other areas. It's okay. Whoever you are, you are. I don't know about you, but
I used to be like, go with the flow. I don't want to disrupt anything. I'm going to sit in the corner. Especially when I was just starting as a physical therapist, like a lot of older therapists were like, you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way. And I knew it was wrong, but I still did it because I was like, well, maybe they know more than me. And then 3-4 years in, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I know they're wrong. And I know I'm right, so I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to treat my clients the way I know they need to be treated.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to wear whatever I want to wear and all this stuff. And that's when, so they judge you on your productivity, it's called, so how many clients you see. So when I started doing that, my productivity got higher, and people were canceling less. Yeah, and because I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna give them what they need and not what some corporation is telling me they need.
Yeah.
So that was another thing, and people could see that when you're out for them versus if you're out for $1.
Yes.
So.
And consultative sell is always the way to go, in my opinion. So too many people out there pushing products, throwing their business card at people, pushing products that they don't need. Like, I want you to get to know, like, and trust me before you do business with me.
Yes.
So on the first meeting, I don't expect you to say, Steve, I need windows and doors, or I need a baseball or softball lesson, or I want to be a guest on your podcast. Like, get to know me first.
Yeah.
You know, before I give you anything. You know, and that's a reality, and people forget the relational part. I think that was the bond thing that we did today.
Yep.
You know, build a common interest first before you talk business.
Yeah.
You know, and it's got to be there before you start spitting back on somebody. So
exactly.
Especially from a vulnerability standpoint, you know, a lot of vulnerable salespeople out there because they got to hit quotas in the corporate world. And any kind of sales job, you're being graded on a monthly basis, a weekly basis by upper management, right? You get vulnerable, you get super lazy, you start spitting back on people, you know, trying to get quick sales, and it does you no good long term.
Nope.
There's customer service issues, there's marketing issues, there's things that come back, you know, that you don't want. So doing things the right way, at the right pace, is important to me.
Yep, agree.
So, anything else on vulnerability?
I don't think so. No, we hit all my talking points. Yes, I need to take notes because I can't remember anything.
Anybody have any questions on vulnerability before we shut down? Super important. We'll open up the floor to question and answer. And we did book our first guest speaker.
We did. It's very exciting.
We're super excited. February 26th.
Yes.
So Wednesday.
Yes.
7:45.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get back,
we're a little ambitious with 7:30.
We tried, but we can't stop talking at our meeting before this. But Margaret Casalina, author, speaker, writer, is going to be joining us. We're excited to release her out to the public.
Yeah, we had a quick chat with her today, and she is awesome.
She's fantastic. She's a forging female enthusiast like you.
She forges fearless females all day long.
She does. Cystic fibrosis is
Yes.
her big topic that she pushes. She's on the executive board. So we'll talk about that. We're going to put her in our post in the next few weeks.
And she doesn't know what we're going to ask her yet.
She doesn't know. We're going to surprise her. But we locked in our first guest speaker. She'll be going in at the end of the month instead of our review.
Yeah, so instead of the current events like we were planning on the last show every month, we're gonna do that on the third Wednesday of this month, and then the fourth Wednesday will be Margaret will come on and join us. So it's a little change in schedule, but we're excited. And Linda, I'm so glad you're on. Hi, girl.
So Linda, Tim's on. Thank you for joining. And that's Linda, Tim. Cool. And Justin, what's up, man? I think we're going to wrap up. And you got anything else?
No. Come to our event.
Yeah, guys, Saturday again. Please come out. Jason Patrick's, 5 o'clock.
Yes. And
you stay as long as you want. If you want to just come for dinner, want to just come for a drink, want to just see some live music.
Just hang out.
Just hang out. We're literally just networking and bull crapping, getting to know one another, and having a good time out on a Saturday. So
Steven wants a warm whiskey before he goes to bed that night.
7 on 7, 2 cherries. And we'll see you there. And what do you drink?
Like a drink? I'm probably going to drink beer.
Okay.
But otherwise, my drink of choice is a whiskey sour.
Just don't feed her because she's very expensive to feed. So we'll need...
I eat a lot.
We'll need multiple people.
What is that supposed
to pay for with credit cards. So she owes me next week, though.
I do.
But thank you all for joining us. Any questions, concerns, comments, salesandmovement@gmail.com. We'll take concerns. We'll email you back. We'll post a recap next week from this week.
And when you put your vulnerability post on social media, make sure you tag us on Instagram at Sales and Movement, so we can see what you guys are up to.
Yup, check out Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere, and we're working on our podcast reveal as well.
Yeah, if anybody has tips on how to start an iTunes podcast, it would be very helpful because I can't follow it. We were at the diner for an hour and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
so.
we'll lock that down. But thank you all for joining us. Everybody have a good night. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Hopefully Saturday, though, if you come out to our event.
Yeah.
So some of our sponsors will be there. So
Yeah.
thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.